Leadership. Leadership can be defined in many ways, but to me, my definition of leadership is being willing to step up to the plate even when society or even when other outside forces says you can't do this. I am living proof that with a foundation of faith and with a support system like I have and the best family and friends you can possibly ask for, you can accomplish anything. I am here to tell you, for the students that are here, whatever dreams you have, they are never, ever too far out of your reach. Don't ever let anyone tell you, if you want to be a doctor, oh, that takes a lot of years. You'll never make it that far. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. When I was in high school, way back in the day, I graduated from Hallsville High School in 2002. And when I was in high school, I had a teacher there come up to me when I was sitting at a lunch table with some friends. And she told me, she said, Brian, she said, what are you going to do after you graduate? And at the time, I already knew that I was going to attend school here at Kilgore. So that's what I told her. I said, I am going to get my basics done at Kilgore and then pursue my education somewhere else. I didn't know where else at the time. I just knew I was going to pursue my education at an institution of higher learning when I finished up here at Kilgore. She looked me straight in the eye and she said, you'll never make it. As serious as she could be, she looked me straight in the eye and she said, you will never make it. Now, anybody who knows me that will tell you that when somebody says, I can't do something, they just don't know what kind of a fire they light underneath me. So needless to say, when I graduated from high school, I was here at Kilgore, and in the admissions office, I saw that same teacher's aide. She was doing something in the admissions office here at Kilgore, and she stopped me in the hallway, and she said, well, Mr. Brown, you did make it, didn't you? I looked her straight in the eye, and I said, yes, ma'am, I did, and thank you very much for your support. And she walked away, so I think it kind of made her mad. My whole life has been about adapting to different situations. But because I've had to adapt, that has also given me a unique perspective. I have learned how to adapt to many different situations in many different settings. As Mindy mentioned in my bio, in spring of 2010, I was honored and privileged to be asked by my pastor of my church if I would consider becoming a youth minister. I thought about it for 2.5 seconds, and I said, yes, I would love to. Now, some of you might say, what can you do? Because when you have to chase teenagers around, you know, they're running and you gotta chase after them and all sorts of good stuff. Through my experience as a youth pastor, I have learned that leadership can be executed in many ways. Some of those ways include teaching. Some of those ways include disciplining. Some of those ways include loving the people that are around you. But most importantly, and sometimes I think as adults and as students and everywhere else in between, we forget that God also gave us ears. So He gave us those ears so that we could lend a friendly ear to someone who just might need you, not to say anything, not to do anything, but just listen and love.